What's up, NTC? You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? Is so I know what thing they're referring to, but it doesn't make sense to me on the thing. So it was like a couple, I think it'd been a couple weeks at this point, maybe a week ago. They was grabbing people, like if they seen friends together, they was grabbing one of the friends, and they was holding that friend ransom and making the other friend pay them like $5,000 to get their friend back. Okay, something crazy, especially in this economy. It's crazy. So they was masked up. RP wise, Tracey has no idea who they are. She has no idea who they are. So she just thought that they was some random people. All she knew was that the guy with the afro was there, and she doesn't know that that person is involved in CG anything. So when that whole thing was over, I was with Joanne because Joanne was making a PD report. Like she drove straight to the PD place. Oh, somebody's getting stabbed. She drove straight to the PD place. And it just would have been super weird for me not to make a report. Like, I don't know the Afro person, and I have no idea who the others are. I have no idea that it was CG because obviously Tracey knows people in CG. She wouldn't have said anything if she had known, but she didn't know. So it's like, you know, if it's some schmuck just going around robbing people, you know, that she doesn't know and doesn't care about, she's going to say something. Um, yeah, but she didn't know. You sort of see my point of view on it, like as Tracey, like how it's like kind of weird on Tracey's point of view. Kind of how they found out. Maybe later tonight. I wanna see if I can actually figure it out in city. Maybe in a couple days if I don't. But here we go. Hold on. I don't know how they found out. It's been a while.
All right, Nancy, we're here about that call.
Hello.
Hello. Let me see.
You better stream more. It's been like a week. I know. How did I get here?
Let me see here.
She's not gonna have a report.
Hold on for me 1 second. I seem to be scuffed at the moment. I need to take a quick nap, and then I can assist you.
Okay. You better stream more. It's been like a week. I know. I feel like I'm so boring sometimes that I feel like, I don't know, I have a hard time. I stream your ACDC and gonna bounce around. Okay. I enjoy it. I really enjoy falling asleep to your streams if that isn't weird. No, it's not weird. I can see it. Is it because I'm like kind of quiet in a sense? I'd like to say I don't have like a high pitched annoying voice, so it's like easy to listen to. You don't do wild stuff and scream and your voice is nice. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not too unhinged. I say unhinged stuff, but ooh, tonight's gonna be possibly pretty interesting. Tracy's gonna make some calls once she gets out, and ooh, Kiki is gonna get it. Kiki is gonna get it, depending on what he says. Kiki might be like the first person I really stab up. I'm not gonna lie. Can you even afford a knife? Oh, she can
Alrighty.
afford one.
What's your name, ma'am?
Tracy.
Be vulgar about it in public.
Tracy Star.
Okay.
I think Nancy had a note left behind. Let me hand it to you.
Let me see. Yeah, Nancy, can I just let me see if Nancy left that note. Okay. Nancy, can you just take a look over the patient here, see how she's doing? All right, Nancy, based on your professional your expertise, do you recommend that the patient is stable enough to be released from the ICU?
I'm misspelling everything.
All right, Nancy, I will pass the message along to the patient. Is there any additional treatment that she needs before we release her?
This is so weird.
Okay. I'll go ahead and assist you here out of the bed here. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, and 3. All right. Give me 1 second. Let me just call someone just to see what if we need anything from you before we let you go.
Okay.
So the patient that we're releasing in the ICU was brought in by an officer. So there's no report. Do we need to do anything before releasing the patient? Yes.
I so wish there was EMTs around whenever it happened.
Yes, yes, they're being released by Nancy, and Janet is assisting Nancy with releasing them. Hold on, Nancy, can I see that note real quick one more time? It was Lincoln Carter that brought her in. Nancy, was she a 95 at all? Did Officer Carter leave that as a note? No, Nancy says on the note here she was a victim. Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, do you want me to make it a report in the MDT or just note it in my phone? Okay, I'll note down her state ID, name and phone number in my phone, and then I'll meet up with you after you guys get done with that call. Yep, not a problem. All right. Before we release,
Yeah. Looks like Nancy said that Lincoln Carter brought me in.
yes.
Didn't need
So
his
just
number.
so I don't need Lincoln's number. I would need your number. Just so that we have it and we can pass it along. Thank you. And do you know your state ID, Tracy?
It's 783.
You said 783?
Yeah.
Okay. That is all we need from you. I can walk you out to the front.
Okay.
There you go. You are all set. Stay safe
Okay.
out there. Take it
Thank
easy
you.
as well.
Up since, but he used to go around.
Did they take anything off of me? They didn't even take anything off of me. They took my large backpack off.
Hey, what's up, Tracy?
Kiki.
What's up? I know that was really scary and scummy.
I just want context on why and what happened.
So apparently, somebody said you said a bad thing and snitched. That's what happened.
Okay. Who?
Whoa. Now you want me to snitch?
No, I want to know who. Because
I can't
I
tell
haven't.
you that. You're gonna snitch on me.
I'm not gonna snitch on you, you dumb shit. You know how much stuff I've seen you do and have not said jack shit.
Okay, did you snitch or not? Were you just in the fray?
I don't know who I snitched on? Like,
Okay, I'm gonna
was
tell you right now. I'm gonna
is
tell you
it-
right now. It
is
was
it
over somebody
CG?
getting. It was over somebody getting kidnapped
okay,
and held ransom. But that's all I'm saying.
okay. My rebuttal is to that was, it was that person CG, and I did not know it.
I'm confused.
Zolo and Peanut were there.
Listen,
Kiki,
listen. Just be careful. Don't just
Kiki,
have to stay away. Just take pictures. You'll be fine. All right.
Kiki,
I'm glad you're alive.
Kiki.
Don't try to kill me,
you-
Tracy.
You, Kiki, I thought was my friend.
I understand
thought-
that.
No.
Series of events have turned into craziness.
So what happened to
We were like
talking?
passerby. You know
So
what I'm saying?
what-
Like passerbyers.
You
Friends
called-
usually call each other.
You called me and set me up, Kiki.
No, we were just there for pictures.
No, you set me up.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did.
I'm disappointed in you, Kiki.
No,
I would have done
that's worse than shooting me.
I would
That's
have done
really
anything for
fuck.
you, Kiki, and you know I would
You
have done
shoulda
anything
shot me.
for you.
Okay, I don't know about that. I don't know you would do anything.
What do you mean you don't know that I would have done
Anything?
anything?
You mean anything? Like, come on, be for real.
I mean, I'm
I
not
just found
gonna.
somebody. I just found somebody.
Okay. What's up, gnarly? I'm gonna ask Ellie if she's awake.
Hi, Tracy.
Hi, Ellie. Do you have a minute by chance?
Yeah, what's up?
So, something happened earlier, and I just need to know if I'm in the wrong for doing what I did.
Okay.
Because I'm completely unaware of, like, the other people's involvement, and it seems like it was more than what I thought it was.
Okay.
Okay, so it would have been like a week and a half ago, a week ago maybe. There was some people going around, kidnapping people, holding them for ransom, taking their phone, calling them like their friends, and telling them that if they didn't pay X amount, they're gonna do horrible things to their friend.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I ended up get taken from Bahama Mamas. If they ended up
Hang
calling...
on, I'm gonna...
Huh?
Momo, slow down. Momo, slow down! You're being too loud, I'm trying to talk. Okay, sorry, say that again.
Okay, so I was at Bahama Mamas. I got taken from Bahama Mamas. The person was all blacked out. I had no idea who they was. Okay. They ended up taking me
Okay.
towards the industrial area in this warehouse. The other person was this ugly as shit guy with an afro. Never seen him before in my life. So, fast forward. They ended up calling a person on my phone. She ended up having to pay $5 grand. She ends up coming and picks me up. She takes me to the PD department. She's making a PD report. I, of course, tell him about the one guy I could say anything about, which was the Afro guy. I have no idea who he was. I thought he was just some random nobody. Didn't know he was involved with anyone. I come to find out, I just learned that he's very much involved with somebody. So earlier, I got a call from someone saying they wanted pictures at the campus. And, they got up on the thing, and then the guy behind me called me a snitch, started beating me with a crowbar. I tried hitting him back with the hammer. The guy ended up stabbing me, and then they started mangling me while I was on the ground. I did not know that this person was CG involved at all.
It's okay.
So,
You remember when Kay was like doing his little like charity service for Ricky Riz? So he's
maybe?
like, it's kind of like that. He's not, you know, CG, but
Uh,
he's friendly with some of the people in CG.
okay. Because,
And because some of the people in CG may have been around for some of the incidents, it sort of like falls back on us as well because of that.
okay. Because I wouldn't have said anything had I known that there was involvement there.
Yeah.
Like, you know I wouldn't have. I thought it was just
No,
some
I
random
know.
asshole. Like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, no, I get that.
I just don't want to be known as a snitch whenever that's just not the case with that type of thing. Like,
Yeah, no, I get it.
I just don't know what to
It's
do kind of going
yeah.
forward. Because my instinct tells me that the person that called me and set me up, I should go stab the shit out of him. Allegedly.
Who was it?
Kiki.
Yeah.
I mean, I can tell you who was there that I could identify.
Yeah, who was it?
So I know for sure it was Kiki. I know that Peanut was there and Zilla was there.
Yeah.
So I don't know who the
So
other one was. She had a
ever
mask on.
Yeah, ever since like Up and Atom started, like both Kiki and the Afro guy are like working there, so that's why they're sort of like getting a little more involved with some of the people of CG.
Okay.
I will.
So
I'll see if I can talk to the boys when they're not in the middle of stuff. At least try and like, you know, get a better like understanding from your side of things.
Yeah, because I didn't know who I would not have said anything had I known who it was. But I didn't know who it
Yeah.
was. I'm just a
Yeah.
civilian.
Yeah. No, I get that. Trust me.
But
It's a rough situation to be in, but I'll
I'm
try
not,
and have a chat with some people and sort of like explain from your side of things as well.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. Am I in the wrong for saying anything to begin with?
Okay, I'm gonna so from my side of things,
Yes.
but I it's hard because as much as I'm, you know, doing legal things, I am very much like in CG.
Yes.
I personally wouldn't have said anything. But I also understand, like, this side of life.
Yeah.
But
What?
you, who is a pure civilian, it makes sense why you did, right? Like, it's just that, like, awkward line.
Well, it's
where
too like I got the girl that ended up paying the ransom is a civilian as well, and she went right to the PD station. So it's like it's kind of weird if I don't make a report whenever she's making the report.
Yeah.
It's like I
Yeah,
probably wouldn't have
I
even have
think
cared because I walked off, but like yeah, it's
one
just a weird
thing as
situation.
well, like, if it okay, if you want my take on things like that, if you do get in that sort of situation again, you can just be like extremely vague. They were wearing a mask, even if they weren't. Like, I didn't notice any defining features. Like, just be extremely vague with it, and then you can't get like any of this sort of stuff come back on you. Like if they heavily know that you're involved already, but
Yeah.
you don't want to have to deal with the repercussions of if it does get out, just be so vague that they can't even really connect anything.
Right.
But again, that I'm saying this as someone that lives, you know, that sort of life as well.
Right.
Like it's sort of a tough thing.
Alright.
I understand
Um,
why you did it, and I understand that if you knew that some of my boys were involved, you wouldn't have.
Right.
But it's also sort of like you never know who is with who, and you never know
True.
if another time, you know, something like this does happen, where it's not CG, but maybe it's like the church. Like if people find out, they will come and get their get back.
Yeah. Alright.
That's just my advice. I don't know if it's what you wanted to like hear or not, but it's
No,
like
I
for
mean,
your safety, like
yeah.
thinking about you, I would just any time this does pop up in the future, I didn't see anything. I only saw
Right. Normally
very
I
vague
just
things.
give, like, the vague details anyways, but, like, I don't know. I guess I shouldn't have said anything at the time. I just didn't know who it was, though.
Yeah, I mean, you can't be faulted for that. Like, I feel, you know, ago, most people wouldn't have even really known. You know, like a few weeks ago, we wouldn't have cared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. I wasn't trying to burden you with anything. I just sort of wanted your
No,
take on it, because
you're
I'm
good.
just... I don't know. I just didn't know if, like, I'm completely in the wrong for doing that, because I don't know. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it, because it was a whole weird situation, just all around.
Yeah.
So...
I don't think in the wrong is the right way to put it, but in terms of like protecting yourself, it's just something to keep in mind for the future.
Okay.
You gotta be careful when you're on your own out here, you know?
Yeah. Okay. Alright, well, yeah, that was
Alright.
just my sort of thing. I don't want to be labeled as a rat whenever it's
Yeah.
not the case, but maybe it is the case because I said something, but I,
Yeah.
again, thought it was somebody else. But I don't know. Lesson learned, I
I'll have a chat with some of the boys and yeah, let them know that I had a chat and sort of like explained, you know, our side of things.
guess. Right.
Um,
I mean, I
but
get
yeah,
it.
I
Like,
think,
yeah, but, okay, well, I appreciate your time, Ellie. Sorry for yapping your off.
yeah. No, you're all good. I hope you're okay.
I'll be okay eventually. See you.
Alright. Let me know if you need anything, okay?
Alright, bye, Ellie. Thank you.
Alright. Bye. Not a problem.
Oh, my foot's asleep. Hotter than heck in this room. Is our food place
Hello?
open? Hello.
How's it going?
Just got out of ICU.
ICU?
Uh,
What are you in ICU for?
do you want this short or the long?
Trima era.
Basically, I got a call from somebody. They wanted some photos taken at the college.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought this somebody was my friend.
Who was it,
And,
somebody?
I don't want to get anyone else involved. I'm just gonna say it to somebody. And, basically,
Miss Tracey.
do you know when I got snatched like a week or two ago?
No, you didn't tell me about that.
So basically, there was some asshole going around kidnapping people, and then they would
Oh, wait,
take
no, I
their
remember.
phone. Yeah, they'd hold them for ransom.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let me know if I'm wrong for this. So
Okay.
I was talking with another person. Okay, so I get taken, right? The one guy is wearing all black, okay? The other guy, he's not wearing a mask, and he's very distinctive, okay? I've never seen this other guy in my life, okay? No idea who he is. Never seen him before. All I can say is he's uglier than shit. Okay,
Okay.
so he's the only person I can describe. I end up getting
Describe
let
him.
go.
Oh.
Yeah, I end up getting let go. Okay. And then the person who had to pay the ransom ends up picking me up because she's just a civilian too. Okay. $5,000, by the way.
I know, I was there when she paid it.
Yeah. Okay, so she ends up picking me up and drives straight to MRPD. Okay.
Oh my god. Okay.
Isn't it a little weird if she's right at MRPD and I say I don't want to make a report? Wouldn't that be
No.
weird? Why wouldn't that
Hey
be weird?
there!
Hello?
Wait, so she's
Who are
already
you speaking
she's
to
already
on the
doing a
phone,
report,
Nathan?
right?
Hold on.
But
Theo.
you say you don't
I'm
want to
talking
do.
to my friend Theo on the phone.
You tell Tio I said what's up.
This guy with this monkey mask said, "What's up?"
Is it Monkey Man?
I don't know. What's your name, sir?
My name's Ricky.
Is he a racer? Ask him if
Says
he's a
his
racer.
name's Ricky. He's on a hog right now.
Yeah,
No, tell him
he
hey.
is.
What'd you say, Theo?
Tell him hey.
Theo
Just
said,
be
"Hey."
nice.
You tell Theo I'm coming over there tonight. Bring the Nutella.
He said that he's coming over tonight. Bring the Nutella.
Oh.
Theo,
Yeah,
what does
for
that
sure,
mean?
whatever
Bring the
that means.
Nutella.
I don't know.
Is
Come
that
on,
like whipped
you know.
cream?
Yeah, he knows what it means.
Maybe.
He likes that shit too.
He said, "You know what it means. You like that shit, Theo."
Yeah. Tell
I
Theo to call me
guess.
daddy. Tell Theo to call me daddy.
He said, Theo, for you to call him daddy.
Oh. That is a wild statement.
He said, "Daddy's a wild statement."
Okay. You tell Theo I'll see him later. All right.
Okay, he said that he'll see you later, Theo.
Okay, bye.
Theo said bye.
All right. Bye.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is. Let me just check my
Yeah.
phone real quick. Wait a minute.
He knows you. He owns a bike.
Had a monkey.
Yeah, he had a
Ricky.
monkey mask. I don't know who it
Oh,
is.
was it Rick? No, it couldn't have been him.
He took his mask off, but he just looks like a generic bitch. He's wearing a varsity jacket with a baseball cap.
Huh.
Okay, anyways, back on point. Okay, so I have the description of one person, okay? I have no idea who the other person is. I don't know their involvement in anyone. I get taken
Right.
immediately to the PD department with Joanne, who is a civilian, and she's making a report. So, like, it's a little, I think it's a little weird to not make a report right then and there.
Well, I mean, I've done it. Okay, so I don't think it's weird because I mean, I've done it before where, say the time at City Hall, you know, when that whole food kitchen got put on, and everyone
Holy
was taken
shit.
hostage. Some people had made reports. You were good.
No, I almost got ran over. This idiot driver.
Some people made reports, but all I said is, I'm not making a goddamn. I just said I'm not making a report, and then yeah, the cop was a little bit like off with it, but you're not inclined to have to make a report.
Yeah, maybe I just felt more obligated because she was there making a report, and it was like, it just seemed weird to me to not make a report.
Oh wait, Aaliyah, we all need to.
Especially after she just had to pay $5,000 to this random person.
Mhm.
Okay, so I give a description of this guy, right? Didn't think anything else of it. No idea who they was. Didn't care. So I ended up getting a call today to take pictures at the college campus. Well,
Oh, wait a minute. This isn't Kiki, is it, who set you up? Because I remember you saying on the phone that Kiki messaged you asking to do photos when he was blowing your phone up, so you ended it on me and didn't call me back.
yeah, it was Kiki.
Kiki set you up.
So I get to the college campus and they sort of are halfway posing on this spot, and
Mm.
all of a sudden I feel a crowbar hit the back of my head, and this guy's swinging a crowbar at me, calling me a snitch. And he was, I whip out my hammer and crack him on the side of the head, but one of them came up behind and stabbed me. Yeah, and then I don't know a whole lot what happened after that, after I got knocked unconscious. I know I have burns on my body, and I have some pretty rough looking, like, lacerations. They're pretty tear marky.
That sucks. But you said it was Kiki who set
And
you up.
it was Kiki that brought me there. And Kiki, I called Kiki and asked him why. And he said
What
that
did he say?
It was apparently because I snitched.
Hmm.
But the people involved, okay, I can tell you for certain, had I known that they was involved of any inkling, obviously I wouldn't have said jack shit. So it's like, I don't know. It's a weird area. 'Cause I'm a civilian. I don't know. I know I'm partially in the wrong, but also, like, I didn't know who that was. I thought it was just some random person. Some random group of assholes thinking that they can just find an easy lick.
Uh-huh.
Also, I am gonna kill Kiki.
Okay.
I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I have to actually get my hands on him.
Think back to the time, you know, what happened to both of us. You know, you should use some of them techniques on him.
Maybe.
Hmm.
I feel like I'm kind of a pushover if I don't at least get my get back on the person who set me up.
You should get back, honestly.
The other people, which it might actually make things worse considering the other people, but I don't care. They're not the ones who set me up. Kiki was the one who set me up.
Mhm.
I just don't know how I'm gonna get him. He moves around so much. Okay. I'm gonna order some food, Theo. Let me put you up in your off.
Okay, no, you're good.
Bye, Theo.
I'll call you back later. Alright, bye-bye. Have a good...
Bye.
Man, I left the fucking shop the other day and it was clean.
Yeah, so we told Santiago that we were gonna wait a week because we were gonna try to settle matters out of court.
All right. Just
But I
be
think the guy's
mindful
just
that
been
we
in
have
his
2
apartment.
weeks. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Let's hey, we got the rest of that combo E.
All right.
You okay then, ma'am? You alright? You look hurt.
I mean, he said that
I'm
he was
okay. I
dropping it
just got out of
in the
ICU.
docket.
Oh.
Yeah, but we're counter.
I kind of suing it. All right, bet.
Yeah, just be mindful that we have from the date that the suit was
Two.
dropped until actually. Yeah, from
What's
the
the? Is that a better deal?
So
Is it
3 days
for-
ago. So you got another 11 days.
Yeah, 11 days.
Okay, perfect. Let's.
Thank you,
We
man.
just
I-
wanted to talk
yeah.
to them.
Absolutely, yeah.
Did you leave
Your
the
order's on the
stuff in
tray, by the
there?
way.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah, yeah.
Appreciate you.
$200.
Of course.
What can I get for you?
Hey, can I get a thirsty
Snack.
bitch and a hungry bitch?
All right, and for the food, do you want to do pizza, calzones, spaghetti bolognese?
I'll do pizza.
All right. Hey, you have a good one,
Alright,
guys.
so-
Appreciate it.
Yeah, you as well. Thank you for stopping in.
Guys.
All right, it's just there on the register, and give me just a moment for that. We got a thirsty bitch and a hungry bitch with pizza.
All right, coming up on them pies fresh.
I feel like I know this girl. I definitely don't. Maybe
All
I
right, good.
do know that
Antonio, you
girl.
can put it in the tray whenever he's ready. I can take the next order.
Hello. Let me look at this menu real quick.
Ready.
Could I get a thirsty bitch and a hungry bitch, please?
Okay, thirsty bitch and hungry bitch. And for the food, do you want to do pizza, calzones, spaghetti bolognese?
Let's do some calzones.
Perfect. Thank
All
you
right,
so much.
thirsty bitch and hungry bitch with calzones.
Have a good day.
It's right there on the register.
Thirsty, hungry with calzones.
Up.
Ooh, I wonder.
Hey, I left the fucking shop yesterday. This woman looked mint. There was nothing in it. Now it's just
Hey,
fucking
yo.
fucking dessert.
Hey, so
Hi, Tracy.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, yeah.
How well acquainted are you with Kiki?
He gave me an idea for something I'm trying to use in the courtroom.
Why does this sound very familiar?
He goes by Blade sometimes.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, yes, I know who that is.
I-
How well do I know him?
Yeah, how well are you guys acquainted?
I don't know him very well. I'm be real with you. I think Juanito, you know him. Blade. Yeah, Juanito knows him.
Okay. So, can I run through like a series of events that happened, and can you tell me if I'm the piece of shit or not in this situation?
Alright.
Unless you're busy. Don't let me
No, no.
lop you off if you're busy.
No, you're good. What's up?
Okay, so like a week and a half ago, or a week ago, I think it was a week ago. There's this person going around kidnapping people, grabbing their phone. They would call
Yep.
a person. Yeah, okay, you already
It happened to
know.
Juanito. Yeah, it happened to
Okay.
Juanito literally a little bit ago.
Oh, today.
Yeah, literally not too long ago.
Okay, so the person that they ended up calling on my phone is a complete civilian, just like I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna say just like I am in air parentheses on my part. So I didn't get a description of the other guy. He was all blacked out. Okay.
Yep.
The other guy, on the other hand, was super easy to identify. He didn't have a mask on. He was wearing very distinctive colors and had a very distinctive hairstyle.
Yep.
I had no idea who they were. Never seen them before in my life. I thought they was just some random nobodies. Okay, so the girl who had to pay $5,000 came and picked me up. She drove instantly to the MRPD.
Yep.
I thought it would be super weird if I told them I didn't want to make a PD report. Especially after what just happened. So I tell them this description of the one guy. Because I'd never seen him before in my life.
Yep.
Told him the other guy's all blacked out, because he was. Didn't know who he was. Didn't care who he was. Am I wrong for making that PD report?
No. Literally did the same thing.
Okay, so fast forward, I get a call from someone. today. They wanted me to take photos for them at the college. I go there. They sort of start posing on the... There's like 5 or 6 of them. They start posing on the thing in the college. Next thing I know, I hear you snitch, and he's beating me in the back of the head with a crowbar.
What the fuck?
I pull out my hammer, I crack him in the skull, then someone else comes up behind me and stabs me. And then next thing I know, I'm waking up in the ICU. With burns and all sorts of cuts and stuff. The only situation would have been that situation with the nobodies.
Yeah.
But the people that was there, because the smartasses at the R weren't wearing masks, a bunch of them. Literally, if I had known that it was their involvement, there's no way in hell I would have ever said anything. I wouldn't have said anything anyways if it's people I know.
Yeah.
Regardless, but like... So I just don't know if I'm completely like... in the wrong? Like, am I a snitch for doing that? Like, am I in the wrong?
No.
I don't know. Like, I just don't know.
I honestly no. I don't think so.
And then I don't know how they found out. So, I don't know.
It doesn't make sense. It's like the guys that took Juanito like gave bank account number and then it told what their name was. You know, like I don't know. They're amateurs at best, so I wouldn't think too much of it.
I don't know. I guess it bugs me being called a snitch because I'm most certainly not. But in the same instance, I guess I did give a description of that guy, but I also didn't know who that guy was because I've never seen him before in my life. So like, I don't know. I think I'm in the wrong partially, but also definitely partially not in the wrong. I don't know.
I guess it would depend on how much information, which it doesn't sound like you gave too much, you know?
Well, he sticks out like a sore thumb. There's only one description of this guy.
Yeah.
And it's like, he did not change when he got picked up. So...
Yeah. That's on him.
I don't know. But the reason I asked how well you know Kiki is because while, you know, the other guys did whatever, right? I got stabbed by whoever. I got set up by Kiki.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm a pushover if I don't get my get back on Kiki.
You're gonna have to get your get back.
So,
It happened to Tracey too. Oh my god!
So I just got out of the ICU.
You're in the wrong lane. I'm sorry.
And I had called him and asked him like why, and he said it was because he got told that I was.
You need to push.
A snitch.
Okay. Yeah.
So I don't know. I was just thinking if huh?
I think I see where you're saying when it, like you could be a snitch, but like it wasn't intentional, you know, like he fucked up, you know? I don't know. Tracey had the same shit happen like Juanito. And then they came back and was like, "You snitch," and beat her in the back of the head.
Oh, I got burns all over myself and like lacerations. I don't know.
Oh, you got burned?
Did. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know what all happened. There wasn't even a medical report, so I don't even know what all happened. The only thing was Nancy had a thing saying that like Lincoln Carter brought me to the hospital, put me in ICU. I don't know. Anyways, I was just curious if that you knew Kiki that well. I didn't know if are you still doing like some super hood rat shit?
Yeah, I am.
But also I didn't want to get you guys involved considering who it is.
Looks like we're going after probably the same people. So either way, was that them? Was that them, Juanito? Because they just that Sultan was with that guy. Yeah. Because
Where is the closest? It's up on Vinewood. Let me walk back towards Vinewood. See, let me just go get my bike.
yeah, he thought he saw them.
Okay.
Yeah. They're just hovering Burger Shot, so just watch out at Burger Shot if you go.
I'll be honest, I only go to Al Dente's anymore. Their deals are too good to not go anywhere else.
Oh, El Dente's has got good deals?
Yeah,
Oh.
I got 5 food and 5 drink for $200.
5 food for and 5 drink for $200? Yo!
Yeah. And the guys in there, if they're around, are so Italian and they'll be arguing in the back of the kitchen. And it's the funniest thing ever.
And she said the service is just too good if the Italian guys
Yeah.
are there.
The Italian guys arguing back and forth is so funny.
Oh, that actually sounds funny. Okay. Noted. Noted.
Yup. So I would just go there. Heck, Burger Shot or Up and Atom.
Yeah. I'm sorry that happened to you. Yeah, Juanito literally just like an hour ago, right, Juanito? Experienced that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if you happen to snatch those guys up at some point, and Kiki is a part of it, can you let me know?
Blade is part of that, by the way.
Like, if he's in the... Like, if he's a part of a group that you get your hands on. If you manage to get
Alright.
your hands on him. I would love
Okay.
to look him in the face and stab the shit out of him.
Alright. Easy enough. I'll make sure to call you.
Okay, cool. Alright, well, I appreciate your time. I'll let you go. I've been yapping.
Nah, you're good. And also, it might be multiple groups, it sounds like.
I'm pretty sure you guys have an inkling of the big group that's a part of it already.
Yeah, we do. We do.
Okay, I just didn't know if you guys wanted to be fussed with getting in that beef.
Yeah. If we find something out, I will definitely let you know.
Alright, I
Because we're
appreciate
trying to
you
figure
so.
it out.
Alright, well,
Alright.
I will let you go. I'll be around.
Alright, cool.
Alright, bye, self.
Bye.
Bye. Did Melvin ever text me back? He never did. Sheesh. Looks like Carnage huffing and puffing in there. I need to talk to Lincoln Carter. Because else they're gonna be like, hey, you didn't make this report. Let me ask Tarts if I'm called Darts and see if Darts is around. Okay, none of them are around. I'm not too worried about it. Oh, that's who I need to call. I need to call her. Come on, Joanne, be awake. Let me call Leah and ask her if Joanne is around. Leah might be busy with houses.
Hi, Tracy.
Hey,
How's it going?
I just got out of ICU.
What?
Yeah. Do you
Oh
know
my god.
when...
Can we go pick you up?
No, I'm back at my bike now.
No,
Do
no,
you-
no.
Do you know when Joanne is
Tracy.
awake? It is important. Very important.
Do you know when she'll be awake?
Yeah, do you know when Joanne will be awake? It is crucially very super important.
I know. Probably not for another long time. Couple hours or more. Because she was up earlier and then there was like a thunderstorm and then she didn't, you know.
She didn't catch the train back in time.
She did, but she's like way back there.
Okay, so she won't be around for probably a few hours.
Yeah, I don't know how long. But oh my god.
Okay, I sent her a text. If you see her before I do, let her know that I need to talk to her ASAP.
I understand. Just be careful. I'm pretty sure I know what this is about because it happened to her. And I don't want to get involved, but
When
please be
did
careful.
What happened to her?
That's why I wanted to pick you up and you said no.
Did the same thing happen to her?
I don't know, but I wanted to talk to you in person and not on the phone.
Okay, where do you want to meet?
I'm at PDM with Meth, but we can go somewhere. Is it okay if Trips is there?
Do you trust Chips?
Yes, I do.
If you trust that Trips will keep her mouth shut, then she can come along.
Okay. Okay. I'll ping you in a minute.
Okay, I was just gonna go to a random house in the hills and ping you guys.
Okay, sounds good. You can do that then.
Okay, I'll see you shortly.
Okay, see you soon. Bye.
I need to buy a knife. That's what I need to do. I need to buy a knife. I am going to kill Kiki. Like, he is going to die. Oh, they actually put him behind the counter. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Oh, my butt just puckered. I thought I was about to die again. We'll just go in the middle of the golf course. Ah. Bum, 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 bum. I so hope I'm around whenever they do their thing. Ooh. Oh, Anastasia works for them. There's not many yellow pages. There's so much blur on the background. There's actually a lot of blur on her, too.
Hi.
Hi, Toby.
I'm glad to hear you're okay.
Wait, do you know what happened?
I could ask you that. We found you between a blown up motorcycle and a blown up like T-Bird, like kind of old school Oldsmobile, with Wicked and one of his associates.
Who is Wicked?
Dwayne Flores.
Isn't he a music artist?
Yeah, he's a music artist.
Okay.
Looks like it could have been a vehicle collision with a motorcycle and went boom. It was on the grass at in the little earning circle there at the college.
Okay.
It was very weird to us. One of them doesn't remember anything. Wicked's in the ICU himself overnight.
Okay.
Did you have any texts between them and you saying that, meet up, let's talk business or something? Like,
No,
I know
no,
that
I don't
they're
even.
setting up events.
I don't even have Wicked's number.
Oh. Do you remember what you were doing at the college?
So, I can tell you there's definitely no way that I would have been in a collision inside of the college. I can tell you I was supposed to take a photo at the college.
Oh, okay. Do you own a motorcycle?
I do.
Okay.
My motorcycle would have been parked up on the side, like on the driveway.
So there's... I wonder if maybe they came in a little hot and the brakes locked up. Maybe. The weird thing is that we found a projectile and a casing right at the scene now. Nobody tested positive for GSR, so I think want to believe it's unrelated.
How far away was my bike from the little roundy thing?
So if it were accidentally struck and blew up, it would be about the appropriate amount of feet. It was like 25 feet, 25 feet-ish.
Okay.
And it was in such a manner that I could easily articulate that it was probably tapped and then went flying. Which could have also explained maybe it collided with you or the explosion concussed you out, something like that. I don't know what your injuries are. I have no idea if you have anything beyond burns or if you had like lacerations.
Yes, I have burns on my body.
Yeah.
And I have a stab wound in my back, and like I've got some really tore up looking lacerations, like a saw was used or something, like a drywall saw or something really serrated.
Oh.
I don't know what could have been used, but I definitely wouldn't have gotten that from getting ran over like that if I was to get ran over.
Oh. I have some contacts I might be able to talk to see if I can learn more.
So...
Hello. I'm on the phone, sorry.
I'm gonna be...
go on.
I'm gonna be completely blunt with you, Toby.
Yeah?
Because I believe you're one of the few officers that I can trust fully to not say anything.
Okay.
I can tell you that I definitely did not get ran over. It definitely, an individual did something.
Yeah.
I can say that what it pertains to would get me in more trouble if I was to say anything again. So I can't say anything, because the last time I said something, I'm now in this pickle.
I understand.
Maybe you can get lucky and run the casing and figure out who it is.
I have an idea.
But I can't say anything without them coming after me again.
Maybe this is an easier question.
Okay.
Do you know that that I have friends in a particular group? On a very above board level, though. It's just a yes or no, and I won't ask anything further.
Okay. About the Friends Above the Board group?
Yeah, I have friends in a particular group that could or may not be involved.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know who your friends are, Toby. So I don't know.
Okay, well that's good because sometimes they talk. Sometimes they talk too much.
Okay. Maybe
I like
they'll
to have.
say
I
something.
like to have my private life be my private.
Yeah. All I can say is that I don't know. I honestly, the whole situation is just stupid, but
It sounds like.
it's for what it was, especially in the context of my point of view. Like I'm a complete civilian. Like, I mean, you know. So
Your name passes my lips often when somebody says, "I need a neutral civilian for a committee," and I am always the first person I say is you.
Yeah. So, yeah. I wish I could be more help. It's just that, like, at this point, like, I can't divulge anything. I hope that you sweep the area for blood, though. Can you pull blood off of melee? Like a hammer?
Yeah. Once I have it.
Okay. Does it wash off after enough time? Do you know?
If it's on the ground, it does. Hold on, I gotta go back to something. It does if it was on the ground. I'm off duty though, so if there was, what? I'm gonna go on a hunch.
Okay.
All right. Do me a favor. Don't go poking around there right now. We're gonna go do some poking.
Just
But
be
I'm
careful.
off duty, so. Oh yeah, I am. Anything but.
Yeah, if maybe I don't know how long it'll like if there is blood on the ground it would be there, but because I think it's been quite a while.
It has been. It's probably gone, and me as an attorney could argue scene integrity. Let me look actually, because I know one of my officers did do a sweep. I don't need to go back at all.
They did a sweep.
Oh, sure did.
Well, if their blood doesn't match mine, or Wicked, or whoever else it was, then you got your suspect.
I just have to have an officer run it through the lab for me because it hadn't been done yet.
Oh, okay.
That's easy. I can just call somebody. Okay. So assuming that I have their DNA on record.
Yeah.
Okay. Appreciate the conversation.
Yeah, I wish I could be more help. Just know that I don't know how whoever got their information for the other thing, but there's some, like, loose lips going around, apparently.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there are.
So...
like, several loose lips, and a lot of it is pretty fucking bold-faced weird. Sometimes it's a flat lie.
Yeah.
Perfect one. I gotta talk to this officer.
Okay.
Hey, can you do me a favor? Yep, we're going hunting. Can you do me a favor? Can you radio anybody at MRPD to run the evidence on 863? It wasn't run today. Yep. Yep. All they have to do is go to the lab and process.
Okay.
Okay, I'll talk to you later, okay?
Okay. Oh, question.
Oh, yes.
Do you, as captain, are you guys able to... I'm just going to say, like, say in the future that a case is sort of like a more... Are you guys able to have, like, a higher permission, like, report to where only you guys can, like, access that?
Yes, I can seal anything, I can make anything command level.
Okay. So the next time, if I do ever make a report, I'll just go through you guys. That way...
Okay.
That way you know for sure the smaller group that it could possibly be that could even see the report.
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Thanks, Toby.
All right. Thank you. Bye bye.
Hope it helps. Bye bye.
Yeah.
They took their sweet time. Hello.
Hi, Tracey.
Are you wearing PJs out right now?
No, I'm not wearing PJs.
Isn't that like a
I'm gonna give you a soft
nighttime
hug.
romper thing? You might get
No, they're not
crusty on you.
PJs.
Oh,
That's okay. I'll take Tracy's crusties.
what happened to Joanne? And how long ago did it happen to her?
Mm, it was a few hours ago, yeah.
It was today.
Yes. It was today.
This morning, myself, Nathalina, and Riley were in Sandy. We showed Riley Davis property. She said, like, I don't have enough money. I said, well, you should see the Sandy. They're pretty good. They're reasonably priced. So we came up to Sandy and showed her the property. There was one upstairs, one downstairs. We were just chilling out, hanging out at the Sandy Shores apartment complex. It's like really cool stuff over there. We were just kind of like chilling. She gets a phone call. She said, "Oh, Mr. K called me." And I'm like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Oh, he wants to take a bid." I'm like, "Oh, that's interesting." She's like, "Yeah, it's kind of weird. I don't know why he didn't call you or Ellie." I'm like, "Oh, that's kind of weird." I was like, "Okay." Meth and I left the area and kind of just like went to go hang out because I didn't want to be, because I might bid on the property. I didn't want to be at the listing, at the showing. So we went over by the gym area, and then all of a sudden the PD like arrived. We didn't know why, and then whatever happened after that, I kind of blacked out by it and walked away. But Magdalena can tell you the rest.
So we were hanging out. That's when everything went down. She got stabbed, robbed. Riley also got robbed. Apparently PD was there already, and so they chased them. And then I guess more PD came. They got ambulance, took her to the hospital. And that was it.
Is she in ICU?
No.
So they only just stabbed her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What did they do to you?
Well, so I've asked a couple people if, like, we was wrong in the situation, right? Because obviously the whole thing happened with the kidnapping, like a week or two ago. However long ago it was. Week and a half? That whole thing happened. We had no idea who who the asshole in black was. We were able to, the other guy wasn't wearing a mask, like a dipshit. And he had a very distinctive look. We had no idea who he is. Never seen him before. Never seen him affiliated with any groups that we know before, right? Okay. Civilians, make a PD report. She goes straight to PD. It's a little weird for me not to make a PD report, I think, at that moment in time. So we make that PD report. Okay. What, are we wrong for making that PD report? Are we snitches for making that PD report? Like, I guess in a way we are kind of snitches, but also, are we though? Like, in another sense, because we don't know who that is.
Mhm.
They're not affiliated with anybody that we know. Like, we've never seen them hanging out with anyone.
Yeah, if it was a situation where there was a reason why they were attacking you and it was like targeted, it wasn't really. It was more just like a lick. If that makes any sense, like a quick lick. You know, they were just over here trying to get
Yeah,
a
they're
quick
just
buck, and they were doing it to a bunch of people in the city, and I thought it was really fucked up.
they're just being assholes. So we had made the report. I didn't think there was anything wrong with doing the report. I didn't know who they was. So we end up doing that. Fast forward to today. I get a call from somebody I know. They say that they want pictures at the college. Okay. I arrive at the college. And I recognize a bunch of people there. People from a group that I wasn't expecting the other person to be with. And I seen the other guy that was with the, that was a part of the initial thing from a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Because the guy said he wanted like a group photo. So I didn't think anything of it. I was like, whatever. Go to line up, they go like pose on a thing and line up. I go start like pull my camera out to take the photo. All of a sudden I hear "you snitch," and he starts hitting me in the back of the head with a crowbar. Well, I pull out my hammer and clock him in the head, and then another one of the assholes run up and they stab me in the back. And then after that point I lost consciousness pretty quickly. But from what I know from waking up in ICU, I have a bunch of burns all over my body. Basically have a stab wound in the back. I've also got a bunch of really... Oh.
A conversation really upset her.
I suppose I will wait, because I don't know how much she heard before she napped. No, like, I get it in one sense, but I also don't get it in the other.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like a simple conversation, too, would have been, like, better before just straight up stabbing. At least have a conversation
Well,
with
these are
me
the same
first.
people, then a straight up conversation, they don't have the brain cells for that.
Yeah, like just give me a conversation first before you decide if you're gonna crack my chrome dome open. And I'm pretty sure some of my hair is burnt.
Let me see.
I've been too scared to look.
You look great, Tracy.
Are you sure?
Yeah. You look fine.
That didn't bolster my confidence very well.
And no, you look great, Tracy.
So I'm just curious, like, are they gonna do that to everyone? Why you?
Sorry.
You look like you're posing
What?
for like a family photo. Why are you smiling like that?
I was just saying your hair looks great.
Okay. Leah, what was the last thing you heard?
That you were getting hit on the back of the head with a crowbar.
Yeah, I pulled out my camera, started trying to get them in frame, and I hear something, you snitch, and then I start getting beat in the back with the crowbar. I pull out my hammer and crack him in the head with my hammer.
With all those people there?
Yeah, well, those people were sitting on the fountain. They couldn't get up right away. And
So
then,
they were or were not involved?
no, everyone there was involved.
Okay.
And then, yeah, I crack him in the head, and then one of the other guys got up quick enough, and they stabbed me in the back. And then, yeah, I don't really remember much from there. I did get told that there was some other people that was there that I don't remember being there, but apparently they got like blown up or something. I guess my bike looked like it had gotten ran over or something, which doesn't make sense because my bike was parked way over. And there's no, I don't think there's any way that they could have hit my bike like that and had blown themselves up and got to the point that they was at. You know Wicked, the music artist.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, apparently he's in the ICU right now.
Yeah, Chips told me.
Yeah, also Stassi, not that we care about her or anything, but apparently she was attacked by Ricky Rez. Joanne told me she was attacked by Ricky Rez. She apparently told the PD about it. Ricky Rez ran into the Moore Club looking for her. Katie found out Ricky Rez told everyone that she was a snitch, and that's how she got fired from the Moore Club.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I think it's involving the same stuff because remember how there was
Probably.
that kidnapping and Saucy was involved. I'm going to say this now, and that's not because I don't care about you or anything, Tracy. This is a much larger issue that I have been dealing with since 3 or 4, 5, 6 days ago.
Okay.
And I have decided to stay silent and be anonymous in every situation regarding this because
No, I get it.
I can't be involved. I was already
Yeah.
taken once and I can't keep getting hurt.
No, I get it.
And now it's like I just think it's never ending and I can't really be a part of it. I can't walk around. I'm a realtor like helping people all day and it's like I'm gonna keep getting kidnapped if I involve myself anymore in it.
Yep.
It's really shitty. But
I
it
know
seems
it
like they're
is.
going after
It's-
everybody that was involved.
It is shitty. I'm pretty disappointed in, especially one of the people involved, for how I got to where I got there. So, I don't know. It's whatever. They can label me as a snitch if they want, even though I'm not. Like, had I known who that was, it's pretty obvious I wouldn't have said anything. But considering that we thought they was just some random nobodies just trying to get an easy payday off of people, like, yeah, it's... I want to know how they even got, like, access to the report and stuff.
Well, that's not a very hard thing to.
I thought...
Unfortunately, that's not a very hard, unfortunate thing because I felt the same exact way when Nash's profile started getting leaked. But then I remembered that Rami was a lawyer and he has access to everything.
So, I thought, because at least when I was a paralegal, from my understanding, this was also a couple years ago before the big hack, that basically a lawyer would have to request access to a specific report file thing.
Then they're probably some sort of inside thing where whoever has access to the full report has leaked it. Because that is the same exact reason Joanne was targeted and stabbed, is because her name was on that report as well.
Yeah. So...
I think the only reason why I wasn't today is because I did not give my name. I was anonymous when they asked me questions because it only was when I was in Bahama Mamas. I wasn't like involved in any other parts of the situation. So I really just wanted to kind of like not be involved, if that makes any sense. Not that I don't care about you guys or anything.
Right. So, I did ask one of the PD officers that are higher ups if that they have certain ways of where only a high command can access, like members of command could set reports where only they can look at it. And he said yes. So, I guess going forward in the future, if I was to make a report, for whatever reason, I'm going through one of the captains that I know that can, and I'll tell them specifically if they could lock the
Mhm.
report so no one else can look at it.
Hmm. Yeah, because it's too easy, I think, with so many people that are cadets and new and training and probably getting, I guess, information leaked.
I mean, what's stopping one of those guys from kidnapping a cop and telling him to go through his MDT on a certain report and say everything that's in the report? Or if lawyers have access to everything, like, you know, I don't know that they do. I'll ask around some of my lawyer friends and ask them if that they can see everything or they still have to request access for it.
I think they have to request access, but I'm not 100%.
I would think that they would have to request access as well, but who knows anymore?
Yes, the lawyers can't see everything because then how are you gonna like? I feel like that's just too much. They have to FOIA. I'm pretty sure.
You just used a big word and I don't know what that means.
Freedom of Information Act. They have to like request it. That's like a case law.
Oh,
You have to
okay.
request. Yeah, you have to request the report because it's by law. It's the Freedom of Information Act where you can request any report if you need to see it for investigation or for like a civil suit or lawsuit.
Oh, okay. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm just kind of not sure what to think right now.
Yeah. I mean, when the situation happened with me, I've tried to stay as far as possible away from it, but it seems to be that I keep getting involved even though I don't want to be involved. Even though I don't know who kidnapped me. And now it sucks that I'm even repeating this and I don't want to. I was kidnapped for over 2.5 hours, brought out in a boat, past the
Oh,
yacht,
wow.
and almost killed, and had to flee for my life for over an hour, and then forced to swim back to shore and get my phone from the observatory. So
That
for about a
sucks.
week now, I have been staying with people, be it Joanne, be it Meth, be it anyone. I have not been driving around by myself because I don't know if they're going to come after me again. And that's all because I said something somebody heard inside of PD. They overheard me saying something after I got hired as a realtor, and instantly I was called by an unknown number and kidnapped from outside of PD. And if they did all of that to me, they are not stopping for anybody else that's even way more involved than I am.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't even say anybody's name. Like, I didn't say my name on the report or anything. That's still, no matter what, they categorized me as a snake. And getting involved with things that don't concern me. Why are you getting involved in things that don't concern you, Leah? Why are you doing... What do you mean? You literally took one of my really close friends. Like, somebody took one of my close friends. And literally forced my girlfriend at the time to send $5,000 to Peanut's account. It was fucking weird. And then the same exact day, 2 people have to send money to Rami's account. Like, huh? And then when the PD asked us anything about it, I said, I'm staying out of this. I'm fucking anonymous. When I heard those 2 names, Peanut and Rami, I was like, fuck no. If they are
Aren't they
any
both
way involved,
lawyers?
shape or form, it does not matter. If they are any way, shape or form involved, I do not want any part of it because they are not afraid of the police. They are not afraid to go to jail. They will murder anyone in their sight and anybody that gets in their way. And I've known that about them for a long time. Remember I told you I had like PTSD from the city hall, and I didn't want to be stuck in there when we had our hands up, and there was class 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was because I worked for the ZOJ at the time, and I was on the floor bleeding out, and somebody died in this city hall room because guess what? That group came in and shot everyone. When I moved here, I left all of that behind, or tried to.
Yeah.
I didn't want to hold those grudges because, you know, it's a completely new place. Everyone was starting fresh. I was starting fresh as well. But when things like this happen, like, I'm still going to remember that they are very dangerous individuals. And if you're not working with them or helping them, you are against them. There is no neutral ground. And that's not to say that it's a good thing. I just know that's how they operate and that's how they are. So I tend to just work with them. Because you know what?
Yeah.
It's better to be working with the enemy than against them.
Yep.
Sad to say this, but it's just true.
Yeah. I mean, it's just, there's no way I could have known it was them to begin with, which is like,
Yeah, I didn't know
the
it was
stupid
them
part.
either until I heard about, you know, Peanut and Rami in the same situation. And I was like, okay, well, this is weird. Like, there's, even though it was like so early on after like the hack and stuff, or after the risk screen crisis, I was like, it's just weird that they're both involved, even though Peanut was like a quote unquote hostage. I just thought it was odd, and that's why I was like trying to stay out of it.
yeah.
And again, I would like to like make sure nobody knows that I was kidnapped for that long and all that stuff happened to me, because I don't want
Oh yeah. No, it's,
them to go after me again.
I ain't saying nothing.
I know. I'm just
I wish that,
worried.
I wish that they would have at least given me a conversation before what happened. So I could have explained our point of view, but
Mhm.
they more do and then ask questions later.
And you'd be lucky if they even ask you a question.
So, I don't know.
I think the
I'm
only
kind
reason
of-
why they attacked me first instantly was because they thought I was a threat. That was like, I was kidnapped for, what, 6 days ago now? Over this situation?
Yep.
And now I think they're just either finding more information out and making sure everyone's quiet, or just tying off loose ends just in case, to watch their, like, to cover their ass.
Yeah. I mean, obviously I'm not gonna say anything, but like, if I wanted to screw over 3 or 4 of them right now, it'd be so easy to. I'm not gonna lie. They weren't wearing masks like dipshits, so like,
Yeah.
but obviously
Yeah,
I'm
I mean,
not gonna
obviously,
say
I'm gonna
anything.
wait for you to. Yeah, I'll wait for you to talk to Joanne, but she's already told the police that she doesn't want anything to do with it, and she wants her name redacted from the statement. But I don't think that's. I don't know if it's gonna happen.
Yeah. I don't think it can. I don't think they'll be able to remove it.
I don't think so either. But the police officer said they would like let her know. She said that because it happened. What's shitty about her is, I don't want to tell her story, but I was there. It's just shitty that they called, asked to put in place a bid, and then forced
Yeah.
her to open the door, and then inside the property stabbed her.
Yeah. I mean, it's sort of similar thing. I got called for a photo. Go to do the photo. Getting clocked in the head with a crowbar and stabbed in the back with a knife.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think what
Snow
irritated me the
ending.
most of my whole thing is I know one of the people. Don't get me wrong, I don't know the others that well. You know them more than I do. I don't care to know them, I'll be honest. Every time I
Yeah.
try to talk with them or interact with them, they're always too busy to give me the time of day, unless it benefits them. That's
Yeah.
just my experience with them. Not saying that they're like that all the time, but that's just been
Yeah.
my experience.
No, of course.
But the other person I've known for quite a while, and for them to have set me up is kind of disappointing.
Yeah, so I experienced it right away when the Burger Shot Wars and the food wars were happening. Every single one person that I've known and had maybe been just a good rapport with, as soon as Kay and Zuki were involved in these food wars, no matter what friendships or any kind of relationships they've had with others, they instantly just jumped ship and just did what they were told. Either starve the city or go attack the other location, go attack the other people. It was really bad. So sad to say this, because of who they are and because they name they carry, and the even before the Riz like coin, like everybody like kind of, I guess, respected or didn't, like it was like they knew that they were like the largest gang in the city, and they kind of knew like, they owned a lot of businesses, they were very prominent. So it's hard because everyone's always like jumping. Everyone is
Yeah.
always trying to like, even like I mean, I could even say this, like, yes, I've worked for them because I know that it's always going to be a successful business.
Right.
And it's sad to say that, but it's just how it is. If I'm not working with them, you're working against them, just like what happened with the Moore Club, right? If you're not working for them, you're working against them. And they're going to constantly attack you, constantly, do this and that, because they want to be the best of the best. And it's sad to say, but again, that is the reason why I've worked with them. Because I thought they had my back. I thought they... Well, I mean, okay, so in numerous situations, they've seen me at locations, they've seen me at places and let me go. And not attacked me, not kidnapped me, not shot me. So that's why I was very confused when I was kidnapped, and I don't know who kidnapped me. I'm still confused about that. But there has been multiple situations where they're openly saying who they are, and they say, don't rob Leah, leave her alone, make sure she's safe. So it's very confusing to me when you're doing this to everyone else around me. Of course I'm going to be upset.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a whole thing. I don't know. I guess now it's just, it's moved forward, it's water under the bridge. I guess.
Yeah, I hope, since they, not to say I wanted you to be hurt, but since they've done this and now you don't, moving forward, we're not going to, push any charges or do anything revolving the incident. Hopefully we can keep it behind us.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping.
I feel like my irritation is like, well, now at this point, they're just, am I always a snitch in their eyes? Is that how this works? Like, am I just gonna forever be the biggest piece of shit to them?
Okay, so I've noticed within the last week, none of them have really spoke to me as much as they used to. Also, Mr. K, when he called me and he's like, oh, Leah, long time no talk, how you been? Like, he kind of treated me very distantly when he spoke to me. And that's something, because at the very end, when I was trusted with the underground, I had told him that I wanted to gain their trust. Again, I don't know who kidnapped me, but whatever that was happening of gaining their trust, it's completely gone. And I'm okay with that. Because I have a name, and people know who I am, and I still have a job.
Yeah.
It's just very frustrating.
But yeah, I don't know. I just don't want them going running around, running their mouth, being like, oh, she's a snitch, she's a rat, she's a snake, blah, blah, blah.
I hope they can let it go. I don't know.
Maybe.
Though.
We'll
They're
see.
still not letting
They're
go
petty,
of like
so...
the issue they had with Nash. They've come up to me multiple times and like asked me, "Oh, where's that rat?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I haven't seen him." They're not letting that even go either. Even though it was stuff like regarding BBC, they just, no matter what, it's an enemy to them.
Yeah, I mean, BBC's long in the past. They should drop it. It's gone. It's liquidated. Nash is just Nash. He's a civilian now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you would think, but I mean, I was even attacked the other day at the. They had like an emergency whatever, some stupid emergency alert at the PD. Everyone come to the PD. It's important. It ends up being that just they wanted to try to find Zakid and catch him for irping and have a $10,000 fine. He was wanted. While we were waiting for Colt Cassidy to come out, people were talking shit about Nash. Somebody was using his name on the L, like as like a fake account. And everyone's like, "Oh yeah, fuck that guy. He's in here. He's in here." They were pretending that they were in there. Then, out of nowhere, Saucy fucking runs her mouth. "Oh yeah, you guys should hate fucking Leah too. What the fuck? She did everything too." Excuse me?
Main character syndrome.
Yeah, I got up and fucking stepped up to her and I told her off. And I almost fucking stabbed the bitch right there, but I don't want to go to jail and lose my job. So, yeah, her and I do not get along. For some reason, she thinks that the reason why they didn't get Mosley's back was because of the BBC, and she blames me. And she can't let that go.
I don't even remember her working there.
Again, things that were above my head and not my decisions, I'm getting blamed for.
Yeah.
So it's like, she can't separate BBC and Leah, who I am, then that's on her.
I mean, people look for someone else to blame instead of taking accountability for themselves. If they really wanted to try to work for another dealership, they should have tried to run for Mosley's.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it goes to show how much she actually cared about the business, considering that she didn't even try to run for it.
Yeah.
I digress, though. I feel like I'm yapping.
Chilling,
Alright.
been chilling.
That sucks that happened with Joanne, too. I didn't know that she got snatched. She must have gotten...
She didn't get snatched. She got, like, stabbed and left
baited.
there.
Yeah.
With, Riley.
Because that happened to me,
Also
like,
got,
6
stabbed
hours
and
ago.
kidnapped.
Oh,
Yeah, so it
Riley.
happened at, like, Tsunami. Same.
Okay, so I wonder if they did her first, or me first.
I don't know.
do 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 do.
I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yep. We move. We move.
Mm-hmm.
I went and I called one of the people that I like within the big group and asked her point of view, and like, yeah, she asked her if like I was completely like in the wrong. It's a whole like, I don't know, it's a weird
Ellie?
situation. Possibly.
I mean, you said her.
Oh,
You're not gonna fucking
Oh,
talk to
wait.
Hazel.
I don't know Hazel that. I feel like Hazel doesn't like me.
No, I know that, but I'm saying you're not gonna talk to Hazel. You're not gonna talk to Arya, because like, Ellie was the only person you spoke to because you like remember you sold material to her.
True. She's also just easy to talk to. I feel like out of that.
Oh, yeah,
group.
she's personable. She's like their PR woman. She's the CG mom.
But
She does everything for them.
I gave her like my point of view, and like she said she sees like the point of view, and yeah, it's I don't know. It's
Yeah, I mean, I told her like
the whole thing.
I think I had told her too that people were getting kidnapped, and I said it sucks because like it'd be different if it was like people that did something to them, but it was people that are innocent. Like I said, Tracey got taken, and she shouldn't have been. Like that's what upsets me because you're like a completely innocent civilian, and that's what's frustrating. Like $5,000 is a lot of money right now,
Yep.
and for other people, they took way more. So. It's really shitty. I heard they were moving up to Sandy.
Oh.
They're moving
And,
into Sandy.
I heard they were moving up to Sandy into the complex, but
Hmm.
that's because
Ugh,
I
yuck.
heard that from like multiple people, and not because I heard that as a realtor. Just FYI. Because obviously we have to take beds, so like that's kind of like gang information, right?
Yeah.
But no, like multiple people that like I wasn't even like there. Like Isaiah told me. Like I don't know how Isaiah knew. Isaiah Horn. Like people have just told me on the street, and it's not like because of real estate. Because
Yeah.
we know. The thing that's hard about like my job is like I know where gangs are gonna be like residing, because I know where they're trying to lock down. But like I don't say anything to people. But they're making it very apparent that they're moving there, and I guess other people just know and they've just told me. So that's why I'm afraid to like try to bid on the apartment complex, because I don't know if I should move there. Because I kind of just don't even want to be around it, which sucks.
Pink cage.
Yeah. What about Pink Cage?